Hi, I am Reginas. In this short video, I am going to illustrate with two examples how the universality of human rights is contentious, at least from a functional point of view. I am aware that the debate on the universality of human rights is probably no longer relevant compared to the 80s, when authoritarian leaders in many countries were uncompromising on the issue. Therefore, it's beyond the scope of this short intervention to discuss whether human rights are universal or not. I am not even sure if it would really make sense, because in 2020, rare are the states or private individuals overtly claiming their rejection of the ideals promoted by human rights covenants and laws. Yes, on the conceptual level, the universality of human rights, understood as set of rights that we are entitled to by the simple fact of being human, is generally accepted. However, when we confront theory with reality, the universality of human rights becomes less obvious. So briefly, I am going to present two examples. One illustrating what really works with human rights, and another one evidencing how human rights as a normative framework has some serious limitations. In my understanding, human rights are just normative prescriptions which can be opportunities in some circumstances and dangerous in others. In the region where I come from, in East Africa, the freedom of media, for instance, has been abused and contributed to a genocidal project. The example of human rights being effective can be seen in the recent ruling where the court ordered Belgium to repatriate under 10 years children of Islamic State's members. This illustrates that human rights can be effective under certain conditions, especially when there is a rule of law. However, even there, it's not difficult to see how human rights can be politicized and the importance of public opinions. For instance, from a human rights perspective, it's difficult to understand why Belgium would repatriate only children under 10 years, others being analyzed on the case-by-case basis. Of course, the debate is sensitive and would raise public outrage. Would the government be consistent and go further? But it remains problematic from a human rights perspective. Another example is drawn from Rwanda, showing that maybe what we call human rights are more citizens' rights than human rights. During the genocides against the Tutsi in 1994, most of Western countries, if not all, repatriated their diplomatic consular staff based in Rwanda and did not care about their local staff. They knew that they were in danger, and indeed most of them died. The only reason why they were not rescued, it's because they were not citizens, and as such were not legally entitled to protection, although serious human rights violations were at stake. Thank you very much, guys.